Do you believe in that too? Like, if you're flying a girl out, you're not...
I'm not flying out no chick. That's just me.
Oh, all right. So then you wouldn't even put yourself in that situation?
Not even. I wouldn't even do that. And they can call me whatever when they see this too. I mean, I put it on.
Remember that Kodak Black situation? When he flew that girl out and then he started exposing her like on live?
Oh no, I didn't even see that.
I was like, oh, this is old, like 3 years ago, I think.
Oh no, I don't remember that. I just know that, man, me, I'm not flying that. I'm flying no chick out.
Jessica, so if a guy said he's flying you out, what's your thoughts? What's going on in your head? Oh, he think he's like you're ready, right? You're coming ready to go. What? Like, let me get a breakdown.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a flight is not cheap, but also the girl. I mean, you have to have like common sense. You can't expect somebody to fly you out and then, oh no, you know, like we're just friends. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It's, I mean, shoot, that's up to them if they want to take, you know, that's their own risk, and then they don't even know the guy too, or even, well, it's a rapper, you know what I mean, most like it's a rapper or whatever, but I mean, they're taking risks, man. It could be
rappers
anybody.
don't just fly girls out, there are regular people that do that too.
That's true. People got.
Yeah, I never flew a girl out, and so I don't gotta worry about stuff like that, but yeah, for guys that do stuff like that, I mean, I can see where they're coming from.
They tricking.
Yeah.
Sick mentality. Yeah, I get into that.
For the culture.
Back at it again for the Culture Podcast. I go by the name Exotic Rose, and I have my co-host Money Mitch. And today we have Jessie. Well, how you pronounce it? What was the nickname that you said? Jessiana?
Jessiana.
Yeah.
Jessiana. Okay. All right, Jessiana. Let's start from the beginning since it's your first time here. Where are you from?
I was born in Boston. I lived in Haiti for a bit, and then I lived in New York for a bit, and then I lived in Lancaster, Pennsylvania since I was 8, and then I moved to Florida, and now I live in Georgia.
Yeah, you out and about.
I'm from everywhere.
Yeah. How was Pennsylvania though? Like, how was it there?
I loved it.
You liked it?
Of course.
Your parents was the one that moved out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were young at that time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, so you actually lived in Haiti for 1 year, and you went to school up there for 1 year. Do you remember your time there in Haiti? Like, do you remember how it was living up there, or was it too young? Too far?
I was 6. I went to like an American school though.
Oh, okay. You wasn't at the one where they beat you and you with the ruler or anything like that.
You know, they did still do that, but I didn't get hit.
Okay. I think that's an island thing though, to be honest with you, with island schools.
I think so.
Alright, so how was it growing up? Like, you and your both mother and father there, or just your mother? Like, give us a background on how was it growing up?
I spent about like 2 to 3 years without my mom, because she had sent me to Haiti so she can go to work, take care of us, well, me and my brother at the time. And then when I moved to New York, I was with my grandma, so I still didn't see her. But I was mostly with my stepdad. I don't really have much of a relationship with my birth dad. I don't want to say the other name I call him. But yeah, it was, I'm glad, because if it weren't for them, like a lot of the Haitian culture, I wouldn't know. Like, so when I speak, a lot of people think that I was like born and raised in Haiti. No, I'm not. But the same thing that, you know, everybody goes through, the l'école, la caille, l'église, no friends,
doctor, lawyer,
you can't go out, you can't have sleepovers. I went through all of that.
All of that, okay. So that's how you turn it into skits and everything, and how you're able to relate to every Haitian person when they see your videos.
I'm sorry, repeat that again?
No, I said, so that's how you're able to relate to all the Haitians when you do your skits.
Yeah, My mom is like she's a bit more Americanized, but I don't know where she got. I feel like all Haitian parents, they all act the same way. It's so weird, and they all say the exact same stuff.
Same mannerisms. Yeah.
You know what? It's crazy because before the videos came out, like Instagram, YouTube, where you can actually see people do skits, you would be like, "What's wrong with my parents?" And then you see other people's parents acting the same way, and you're like, "Wow, this must be a culture thing where they all act like this, and they all say the same thing like robots."
I don't like. I was talking about this the other day with Blacks. I'm like, wow, how do they know to like all repeat the same stuff?
Yeah.
Verbatim. It don't make sense. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah.
That's how my grandparents are.
It's probably because where they come from and they want better. Like, I'm not gonna lie, as you get older, you start to realize the sacrifices island people make to get there. To get here in America, actually, bro. Some people took boats to get here, bro. And the stories I used to hear, I'd be like, wow, I never really looked at it like that. Because those boats are dirty. Some people are not eating for days. And they come here because they think that this is the best place for their kids to grow up and have a future.
Yeah. The boat's rocking and all.
Yeah, some people died. I heard people say people died, and like some people didn't even make it to Florida or like America. Like so, when you see your parents cry and they're like, "I came here and this, you're not doing this and that. You're not going to school." I kind of get where they come from now, but it's like. You can't force me to do something that you want to do. This is my life. Like, I want to be able to do what I want to do. I understand the sacrifices, but like, I don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer.
You know, my mom actually made a bet with me because I told her I wanted to move to Florida because I was back and forth going to Florida so much. And where we live at is like so quiet. It's like an hour away from Philly. Mm-hmm. And every time I would, go to Florida, there's like different ethnicities, and you see Haitians everywhere. Everybody's out, and then we go back home, and it's like dead quiet. I can't. So I told her, I said, I want to move to Florida, and she said, the only way you're going to do that is if you can become a nurse. So I did it. I took a year, and I got my LPN, I worked, I saved, and I drove from Pennsylvania all the way down to Florida.
Damn, and you still currently a nurse right now, right?
Yeah, I love being a nurse, actually. I mean, I'm happy, and I understand why she told me, because it's always like
it's a need.
That's like a fallback type of thing, because everybody needs nurses.
As you can see, during COVID, it shows you what to invest in and what jobs to get into and what jobs to stay away from. Because the jobs to stay away from are clearly the ones that are going on unemployment and people that have jobs to work for, stuff like that. But how was COVID? Like, were you working in the hospitals during COVID?
I was working in a nursing home. A few of the patients actually caught COVID.
Wow.
And around that time, I found out I was pregnant. And I was like...
Deuces. Chris Brown style.
Gotta go.
But it was tough, especially being pregnant during COVID. I was like, I don't want nobody around me, nobody come to my house. If you're gonna come over, please. I was bleaching the doors, the doorknobs.
Oh wow, you was acting like an old head for real. That's how the old heads would be. The old heads be like, you ain't coming. Once you leave this house, you can't come back in here until COVID done.
What? They'll be lightheaded. They don't care. No windows open too.
But it was. I know. Well, my grandfather actually got sick with COVID. He's still in the hospital.
Oh wow.
But it was kind of like an eye opener to just be grateful. One, for the Haitian remedies. I was drinking jus, garlic, honey. It was disgusting, but I was like, F it, I'm drinking this. And I was proud to be Haitian at that moment.
The garlic really be working? The garlic really be working?
Yeah.
It's a natural antibiotic.
Yes.
Yeah, I know about that. That includes powerful.
I see those be drinking hot water for no reason too. That's good for you too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know
I
how
don't
it's
know about that
happening,
one,
but
yeah.
yeah. But no,
My
yeah.
mom would like boil the water and then put a towel over her head.
I'm telling you,
and
see,
then put, like, all the
that-
ingredients
they be
in
doing
the
a lot of
water
like, I ain't
and
gonna lie,
boil
bro.
it.
I remember I was sick one day, and my grandma just went to the backyard, grabbed some shit, came back in, she whipped something up, gave it to me, bro. The next 2 hours, I was good, bro. Felt brand new. Those don't play, boy. Those be knowing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and when I saw the news, they were I forgot what the headline was, but they were talking about how they were curious how the COVID numbers in Haiti were so low,
You know what?
and everybody was just like, "Leave Haiti alone. Let us be."
Don't come on here.
That is true. I haven't heard a lot of COVID news out of Haiti.
Yeah, you really didn't hear anything.
Jeez, we know what to do.
And Jamaica too, I
Jamaica,
think too.
yeah,
Yeah,
both of them.
Jamaica, Dominican.
Yeah, they were slicing up orange peels, putting them in the boiling water.
Oh,
and inhale it.
that's what
Remember
that's what mom was telling me to do.
Yeah,
She was like, "That's good for your if anyone has COVID, do that."
Yeah, that's what they did. All that stuff will come up. Get some Cersei too. Drink that.
Yeah, what is some cloves or something like that.
Cloves, yeah, cloves too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Powerful. Yeah, powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Glad to be from the islands. Yeah, not from the islands, but you know, my family, you know,
Yeah.
remedies and stuff. Oh man. You gotta drink that before you eat. Don't even think about eating breakfast before you drink that. Drink Cersei. Don't even think
You do that every morning?
I used to do that every
Oh.
morning. What? As a kid? What? Used to go up to New York, go to my grandmother's house from Jamaica. If you don't drink that, you know. I don't know if that ever happened to you, but yeah, breakfast, don't even. She'll put the breakfast right there, test you.
Yeah.
Yeah, drink that tea first. Don't touch
Oh wow.
it. Yeah.
See, I already grew up like that. They ain't like trick me or do stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah.
It was for the tea they gave us was for gas.
Okay, yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh man. The one we got was for clean you out.
Oh, clear your whole
Clean
body
you
system
out.
out?
Yeah, clean you out.
Okay.
Almost every morning you gotta drink that before you go in.
All right, Jess. Congrats on your newborn. Oh, you was about to say something? Sorry about that.
No, I was just smiling.
Oh yeah. Flex is baby daddy, correct?
Yes.
Got you. You guys just he's watching the kid right now. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, how did you and Flex meet?
He slid into my DMs on Facebook.
Man, that
I
still
think I heard
work,
this
man.
story before. I think you was at he seen you at a pageant or something like that.
Yeah, I was dancing during the talent portion in a pageant
In Jamaica, yeah.
and then he asked me to do a skit, and then from there.
How you did it though? Because you know Zoes got funny stories on how they slid the DLs.
You know, I remember I had went and looked back at the messages one time, and I was like very, I don't want to say mean, but I was very dry. Because, you know, like, guys are always, like, in your DMs, and it's always, hey, baby, and...
Hey, baby!
Gosh.
Or it'd be like the older guys too, and they always got the main profile picture, and it's the same one as the cover. They always got the, you know what I'm talking about? You go in there and look at it, I'll be like, yeah. I'll be looking at it, I'll be laughing at the comment. I'm like, let me just check out these people. And then they always got the main photo, and then it's always the same thing.
Look, Jess knows exactly what you talking about.
Yeah, he when he had reached out, you know, he gave me the compliment, and I was just like, thanks, you know. And he's like, are you Haitian? And I'm like, you see the Haitian flag on my hip? Like, yeah.
Yeah, just gotta start a conversation, man. Leave my dog alone, man. We're just trying to start a conversation.
But because, you know, like at the time, Facebook was like very hot. And like so many, I was competing in Jamaica as Miss Haiti, and like so many, like, it was just, you know, like, to me, like annoying, like overwhelming. So I thought he was like another one.
DJ Khaled, another one.
Yeah, another one.
Damn. All right. So
That's pretty cool.
when you were around 6 years old, you got bit by a dog.
I told you that?
No, you didn't tell me that, but I do my research, so I know things. Okay. So you got bit by a dog. You run around the house with a group of friends, and for some reason, it was just you ended up at the front of the house with a dog. and your mom came and your mom was like, don't run, but you ran. The dog bit you in the buttocks.
Yep.
So, are you still scared of dogs?
Terrified.
Oh man.
And Lex has a dog, his dog from Florida, and it just, I can't.
What type of dog he got?
He just told me a Labrador.
Oh, those ain't really that bad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's big.
I mean, it's big, but it's not gonna do nothing crazy to you.
I know, but it's just.
I think those are calm ones too. Those are calm dogs, they ain't right. They don't
Yeah,
be
they're very
they don't be all over you and stuff like the other dogs.
No, they don't. Actually, I would say calm as in like they're not aggressive, but they're very like loving. So they'll jump all over you all the time.
Gotcha, okay.
Exactly. And that's what I'm scared
Okay,
of.
that's what you're scared of. Okay.
Yeah, they will jump on
So yeah, if I brought a pit bull around you, you wouldn't even want to be around me.
No, I'm terrified. Like I would start to sweat within seconds.
you. Oh wow.
Gotcha. All right, and in the pageant you were Mrs. Haiti, obviously. Who ended up winning that year that you was doing it?
Miss Puerto Rico won.
Gotcha. Okay. What place did you come in?
Third.
Third.
Oh,
That's
nice. Yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
good.
Yeah. You gotta give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah, definitely.
Not bad. I wanted to win, obviously, but she deserved it.
Gotcha. What made you stop doing those pageants? Like, you saw what, Chris Brown and Sierra video? You said, fuck this?
When did I stop? Oh, because I moved to Florida.
Okay. Oh, that's when you moved to Florida to become a nurse.
Yeah. After, that was my last pageant, and then I moved to Florida.
Okay, so you was doing pageants for a while then.
That was my third one. I did, oh crap, what was the title? I think it was called Haitian International or something like that. So I represented Leogan, because that's where my mom's from. So the first time I competed, I came in third, and then the second time I came in second. But I feel like it was rigged.
Why you say that?
We found out that the director was family members with the person who won.
Oh, I thought
So
you were
I
gonna
was
say something else.
man.
I don't think this is.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of backdoors and type of stuff like that, man. Like anything.
Yeah, and they never told us. We ended up finding out afterwards. I'm like, that's your sister?
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's a setup for real. Setup and layup, yeah.
Yeah. And it was a lot of money, and I was at the gym like a lot.
I mean, everything leads us into different paths in our life. So maybe if you never did the pageants, you never would have came to Florida or figure out what else you wanted to do. Everything happens for a reason. That's how I look at it. So you were sexually abused when you were younger too. Okay, and as a kid and living in a Haitian culture household, it's very hard to talk to them about certain topics like that. So, how did you figure out how to tell your parent or your mother or whoever it was yours around that time? How did you figure out to talk to them about that? Or did you ever did you wait till you got older, or did this happen when you was pretty young?
I told my mom, and I remember I was 21 when I told her.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was about what? 16 years later? 15 years?
I was 8 the first time.
Oh, 8, okay.
Yeah. I took her out to eat because she likes food.
Woo! You try to set her up, lay it up.
And I actually did it because in the pageant, you have to choose a platform that you want to talk about. And mine was sexual abuse. So I was like, I can't go talk about sexual abuse and then my family doesn't know.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so that's when I decided to tell her, and she got up right from her seat the second I told her, ready to storm out the door to go after this person.
Wow.
Did she? So was it a family member or?
A family friend. They were around like a lot.
You know what's crazy, man? These stories happen a lot. Like, I remember talking to girls when I was in high school, and they felt so comfortable talking to me, so they'll tell me stuff like this, and I'll be like, damn. And it's like, you really gotta watch your kids who you around with, bro. Like, you literally gotta be around them. Like, you have a friend over or a family or something, even family members be doing some dumb stuff, bro.
That's why, my daughter, like, I don't leave her with anybody.
Bro, it's crazy,
all
bro.
the time.
1 second, just 1 second can end up to some shit. And when they're young, they can get traumatized too young.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
So, like, in my relationships, it did affect, obviously. So I had to, like, tell them, like, ahead of time, like, you have to be patient with me. Don't get, like, frustrated. And, but, they understood. And, it's crazy because I'm 28, and I'm like, sometimes it's still just, it bothers me, especially like if I see like a much older guy, I'm like, what are you staring at? Like, stop staring at me, don't look at my sister. Like, it bothers me. But
you ever did therapy for it or no?
I tried to. I feel like it just made me more angry. So I just kind of told myself to, like, not let it, like, rule my life.
Yeah, live your life, don't let it control you.
I'm almost 30, I'm like 28, so I just kind of have to, still to this day, like, constantly tell myself, just be me and just not let it have control over me.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, at least your mom accepted it. I know Haitian parents that be like, you're lying, or you did, like, nobody just do that. Like, they find a way to blame you somehow. And instead of listening to your child, they're making it worse by, and this is why some people feel like they can't, as a Haitian kid living in America, can't go speak to their Haitian parents because the way they grew up is different from how we grew up.
That's true.
Yeah, and I had gone to Haiti to a group of kids in Leogan to, like, speak with them on it, and it was like a mix of girls and boys, and the amount of girls that were telling me that their parents didn't believe them, or they couldn't tell their parents, or they had to, like, find a way to get an abortion without their parents knowing.
Oh, wow.
It was heartbreaking because I'm like, why wouldn't you believe your child? Like, why would they make this up? And some of them would say that their parents chose to not believe them because the man that was doing that to them was giving them money. We're giving the parents money to, like, survive.
I wouldn't care about that, man. I'm going after him.
Yeah, but some people, they're not thinking like that.
Not me and Cam. I'm not going to think like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's over for that person. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay. Alright. And then, as you said, you went to college and everything like that. You actually ended up dropping out of college. What school were you at when you dropped out of college?
Oh, you do really good research.
Thank you. You was actually living on campus, on the dorm and all that. So, like, what made you, before we get into that, what made you say, hey, I'm going to college and I'm going to stay on the campus?
It was free.
Oh,
I was very smart. Nice. I got it for free.
Gotcha,
nice.
Okay. Was it, like, far away from home, or?
It was like 30 minutes.
Gotcha. So you was like, you didn't want to stay home, you was like, fuck yeah, I'm just going to live on my own out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, look, I swear, bro, like, them girls, when they turn 21, like 18 or something, bro, they get one little freedom, like, light, bro, they take that whole, bro, you give them an inch, they take the whole mile, boy.
Yeah, our first night, freshman night, we were moving in, and they actually took us to, the school took us to a club. And I was like, whoa.
Wow.
I'm like, cause I've been to parties, but curfew was like 10, 11 o'clock, but I didn't really get to experience. But once they said, you know, like, get on the bus, we're taking you out to a club, I was like, yeah, I'm staying here. It was fun.
Gotcha. All right, and what school is this?
Millersville University.
Where is that?
It is in Pennsylvania, in Millersville, PA.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So they be turning up over there? Is it like a bride party, like water parties, or what?
Wait, what'd you say?
Like the turn up over there, like how do you party over there?
Oh my. You know, well, a lot of kids from Philly go to that school. So there's a lot of African Americans. So the turn up is like, it's wild. It's fun. It's fun though. My sister, oh God, bless her heart. I'll watch her like, because she's on campus, but at a different, oh my gosh, my memory is so horrible. What do you call it? Historically Black college.
HBC.
So she's at Lincoln University.
Oh, Lincoln? Yeah, that's HBC, right?
They're wild over there. And I just, you know, I talk to her and I'm just like, be careful, because I know what they do over there, and, you know, but college is fun. College is an amazing experience, especially for Haitian kids who are, you know, kept kind of like in a shell.
Mm-hmm. And then once they get out, they never go back.
I think that applies to all the kids.
Yeah, bro, that's why I'm trying to, like, I've been raised around girls my like whole life, and what I start to notice is when you try to trap them, especially girls, like, you try to trap them like fucking bar the windows and shit.
Nah.
What you're doing is making it worse for yourself. It's gonna come back 10 times worse for you later.
Exactly. That's what I told her. I said I'm gonna be open with my daughter.
Yeah, you gotta be. There gotta be some type of connection, openness between you and the daughter, because, boy, you don't want to be hearing those stories, but them girls sneaking out. They found ways now.
Oh yeah. We gonna talk about.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, bro. I can't even sleep at night if I had to read.
Yeah, sorry. We're gonna talk about all that stuff. Mushroom tip action, sweet walls.
Yeah, you see?
We're gonna talk
I couldn't
about
do all that, bro.
No, because if y'all don't talk about that stuff, man, and you learn it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta talk about all that stuff.
At what age do you think, like Jessica, like, you have a daughter, what age do you think is appropriate to have that conversation with your daughter?
You mean like going out talk?
Like just life in general, like, you be real with her and you say, hey, I'm a guy. Well, you're not a guy, but like me and Clark is a guy. Like, hey.
I would say like when they hit middle school.
That's all I was gonna say.
Because I feel like,
I ain't gonna lie, that's where it started for me. Middle school is where it started for me, actually. Yeah. So you're right.
Yeah, that's when, you know, like, things get to going and
you start learning things, you try trying things, you see your friends doing it, and I remember a girl used to, like, came up to me, she was like, we go out now. I'm like, okay. And then she'll come to the classroom door, like, knock on the door. Well, not knock, but like, I look at the classroom door window, she's out, she's like, come. And I used to go to the teacher, I might go to the bathroom. And I used to just go out there so she could make out with me, bro. Just outside of that. And I didn't even know what was going on. Like, this is the first time a girl just kissed me. She just kissed me for no reason. I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. And everybody, there were kids having kids in my middle school. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think you're right. I think you're right. But that's our generation. You don't think they're getting a little faster now?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was going to say. Like, even elementary, like right when they're about to leave elementary, or even before that.
Because them kids are getting smarter now, boy.
Crazy, man. Like this stuff.
With TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, there's too much information out there, boy. It's just for me.
Man, listen.
Clark got a daughter right now.
Much.
I got a daughter on the way, bro, so I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I ain't trying to slip up.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You have a girl or a boy?
A boy.
Boy, okay. Yeah, I have a boy already too. You're gonna be fine. You might give you a little trouble around the house, that's it, you know. But you're gonna be Gucci.
Mine's turned 3 months today.
Congrats. Nice. Congratulations. Yeah. That's that.
Okay. So you ended up dropping out of college
For dancing.
To dancing, yeah, your freshman year.
Yeah.
How did you tell your mom or your parents this? Because they don't play with school. Like, so how did you were you scared? Because those adults don't play with that, bro. Like, you don't go to school, get out my house.
Well, that story is actually connected with the deal that we made.
Oh, the nursing
in Florida.
Okay.
So we were on our way to the college to pay my tuition for sophomore year because I had freshman year for free, and then so I had to go back sophomore year and pay for my dorm and all that stuff. And then she had told me, like, if you want to go to Florida, like, you have to, make a choice. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, college, I'm gonna have like 3 more years left. If I go to nursing, I could just, in a year, I'll be done. I'll be able to stack some money and I can go. So I said, you know what, I'll do the nursing. And then I just never went back to college. But I was failing anyways because I would like stay up late and learn like dances on YouTube. So like I was failing. Like they didn't know I was failing, but I was failing.
Oh man, yeah, that's your passion. Definitely feed the passion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I wanted to bring up this subject because I seen this on Facebook trending, and I seen a video of just one of your thoughts on it because you're a Haitian girl, island girl. I'm not sure if the girl was an island girl or not, but so the guy was in this girl's DM for like 3 months, and she finally says yes. They go on a date. So they go on a date to that place, I think it's called Salt, where the guy be doing that finger thing on the food and stuff like that. So they go over there to to go eat dinner. So after the dinner, he pays for everything. He gets out. They go out, right? And she goes over there and gives the guy a hug. The guy said, "Why are you hugging me? My car's over here. Well, you act like you leaving or something like that." And the girl's like, "Oh, I called the Uber already." He's like, "Uber? For what? My car's over here. I thought you were like going to my house or something like that." And she's like, "No, no, no." And he's like, "What do you mean, no, no, no? You just spent $600 on steak and some stuff on the meal, and you're not coming home with me?" So, what's your thoughts on that? Because I have my own thoughts on it, but like, I just want to get a woman's point of view that's not her. Because as I watched the video, she's like, "Well, look at me!" Like she was like making herself look like she's a dime piece or something like that, or a princess or a queen or something like that. But in your opinion, your first date, do you run up the check like that, or is it the guy's fault for bringing you there?
Well, I'm not what do you call it? I don't like to do the whole, like, you're a guy, you pay, you're the girl, like you sit pretty, whatever. I like to at least offer, like, even if I know or feel that you're gonna pay, like I'll still offer, like, is it okay, like if I pay, or I can do half, or still even like I've been in a relationship for 4 years and I'll still offer, because that's just me. Sometimes I'll take him out and then I'll pay, he'll offer, but that, I feel like it's just your character and who you are as a person. But if it's a first date, I'll still offer to at least go half. Not pay for the whole thing, but at least half. And I'm not gonna buy everything on the menu and, have the bill be so expensive. Yeah. I'm just like very like chill, relaxed. Take me to like, I don't know, let's go play something at an arcade or something just random instead of, I'm not really like a restaurant-y type of person.
All right, what's your thoughts on that, Chloe?
Me, she doesn't owe the guy anything, Like the guy wanted to take her out. It's like if somebody asks you to go out, you know, they have to expect to pay, to be honest. And also, if the woman wants to pitch in, you know what I'm saying, that would be cool, you know what I'm saying. But if I ask somebody out, I expect to pay, you know what I'm saying. And for him to do that and expect something right after, that means he was just premeditated the whole time.
Yeah, he was.
So it's not good intentions anyway. There weren't any good intentions anyway. So for him to get mad, that's on him.
Well, the first thing I thought about was, why would you bring her there if you don't do your research when you go to places, like what the prices are on the menu and stuff like that? And then second thing I thought of was, I mean, damn, $600? I probably even order food after that. I'll let her eat. Like, that's the second thing I'm thinking about. The third thing I'm thinking about was like, well, this is a life learning lesson, I guess. You're going to take it in the chin and say, you know what? Okay, whatever. She don't want to go home with you. Yeah, next time she call you or text you, you just don't pick up. You feel me? Because clearly she look at you as a lick. That's how I was looking at it.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that guy's trying to impress her. I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, the guy's trying to impress her and doing all this. I mean, I hate to say it, like, he already set that bar. So if she was a materialistic type, he can't go lower than that now. He can't go back to Applebee's. That's it. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do. But it seems like he does that to a lot of other women too. So, you know what I'm saying? And he's been successful at what he was doing. So, you know, that's why it seems like he was expecting something after
it kind of goes back. I don't know if this is similar or this could be different, but you hear rappers say, if I'm flying you out, I'm getting some.
I was about to ask that question.
Yeah, if I fly you out, I'm getting some. Or if we go on a vacation and you think I'm not going to rub my shit, like, I hear rappers be saying stuff like that.
Man, that's, you guys, man.
Do you believe in that too? Like, if you're flying a girl out, you're not.
I'm not flying out no chick. That's just me.
Oh, all right. So then you wouldn't even put yourself in that situation.
Not even. I wouldn't even do that. And they can call me whatever when they see this too. I mean, I ain't putting on.
Remember that Kodak Black situation? When he flew that girl out and then he started exposing her like on live.
Oh no, I didn't even see that.
I was like, oh, this is old, like 3 years ago, I think.
Oh no, I don't remember that. I just know that, man. Me, I'm not flying that. I'm flying no chick out.
Jessica, so if a guy said he's flying you out, what's your thoughts? What's going on in your head? Oh, he think he's like you're ready, right? You're coming ready to go. Like, let me get a breakdown.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a flight is not cheap, but also the girl. I mean, you have to have like common sense. You can't expect somebody to fly you out and then, oh no, you know, like we're just friends. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It's, I mean, shoot, that's up to them if they want to take, you know, that's their own risk, and then they don't even know the guy too, or even, well, it's a rapper, you know what I mean, most like it's a rapper or whatever, but I mean, they're taking risks, man. It could be
rappers don't just fly girls out, there are regular people that do that too.
That's true. People got.
Yeah, I never flew a girl out, so I don't gotta worry about stuff like that, but yeah, for guys that do stuff like that, I mean, I can see where they're coming from.
Doing that, it's tricking.
Yeah.
Sick mentality. Yeah,
I agree with them.
All right. So Clark, me and Clark was talking about high value men. Have you heard about that whole conversation with Kevin Samuels?
I don't even watch. I've seen like clips of him, but because so many people talk about him, I'm like, I'm not even interested.
Oh no.
All right, so
I just know that he talks rough to the ladies.
Okay, but you should know how it is because you're in the social media spotlight. So before you judge the book of a cover, I think you should do the research, and that's how I operate. So when people put clips, I don't really buy into those clips until I actually want to go look at it myself. But he does talk rough to ladies, but why do those women keep calling in to hear all this stuff?
I feel like some of them just want the attention.
The attention, or they need to hear some of them probably need to hear it so they can get their life together. Probably, I don't know.
But I've seen like some of the women like get upset or like try to talk back, and I'm like, at this point you've heard of them, so and when you call,
you better know what to expect.
Yeah.
So when you call, you know, like you know what you're gonna get back. So it's either you're calling and you're not going to say nothing back and just take his advice, or you're calling because it's probably going to circulate around social media and you're going to get some type of attention.
Yeah.
All right, so based off of what you know, because I know you say you didn't really look into it because based off the clips, what are your thoughts on him, or what you've seen or heard so far?
I feel like from the clips, I feel like he does talk a bit rough. I'm more of like I don't like to be yelled at or talk to me calm. But I feel like in a sense what he's saying to the ladies, they need to hear it. And it's like those memes where it's like you tell your best friend to stop going back to the guy and they keep going back to him. So he's like the best friend that you kind of need.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty cool. I mean, like he does talk to the guys the same way too. So like a lot of like when you go back, like keep going back into his old videos, he talks to the guys the same. Matter of fact, his most harsh moment was to another guy.
Oh.
He told the guy, he's like, yeah, you're fat. He's like, you expect to get that guy, that lady, like that woman or that type of woman, you need to go brush up. So he goes over. He was going in on him. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was messed up, but he was going in on the guy. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, he does like both. Because guys will call in too back then.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, guys would call in and so that's why. Because I thought he was only doing that to the women. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. But then when I heard him start, he's been doing that. I think he was on YouTube for over 3 years. Like he's been doing this for a long time. And then, so yeah. I was wondering how I was going to ask you that question that Rose was, asking about Kevin Samuels and so forth. So yeah. That's cool that you have that perspective.
You didn't hear about that conversation he had about high value men?
I don't think so.
All right, let me see if I can find a clip for you real quick so you can take a look. But he did say something about, I'm going to try to find a clip, but he said something about high value men are somebody that is making more than 6 figures or more a year, and he's able to, when you're making 6 figures a year like that, you're able to date multiple women.
And they're over 6 foot tall, they make over 6 figures, They take care of themselves. So he's basically saying that that's most of what the women are looking for out there, and that's really like 1% of the men that are out there, 1 to 5% of the men out there, because those women want that criteria. But here's the thing, also the catch is that the women that want all of this are average. He says they're average, and he looks at them and he goes down their whole list, like where did they grow up, how do they keep up in themselves, their looks, because they want somebody with looks. And then he goes, and then that's when it seems harsh, like on the clips. But when you watch the whole video, then he starts, being like, okay, so you deserve what? You don't deserve anything. Not you, but you know what I'm saying? To the ladies.
He says average woman wants high value men and crap on average guys. I think this is. Yeah. What's your thought on that, Jessica?
I agree with him 100%. And I feel like we see that a lot, especially with the Haitian community, with the artists who feel like just because we're musicians, we can get whoever. And if there's an after party, whether they're married or they have kids, they're gonna try to, come after you. And I've even seen in my own relationship, where as Lex's followers continue to grow and he networks with different people that are well known in the Haitian community, like all the ladies, like you try to, and I'm like, hello, like y'all forget I was here, and they don't care, like, and it's embarrassing because some of them don't care if you're in a relationship. They will still try to come after you just because of your name, who you know, and the fact that you might be able to, put them in a skit or put them in a short film or a movie or a music video and get them well known as well. So what he was saying is 100% true. We want the guy who who has everything, but then we don't want to deal with what comes with it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, I should listen to him more.
Yeah, you see what I said? The clips make you. Don't judge a book by its cover. I was just telling you this. But not a lot of women agree with you what you say. Some women are don't even want to listen to him because certain things he say. Don't get me wrong, certain things I don't agree with, but let's be honest. You don't agree with somebody 100%. You never do.
And a lot of people or women, especially that are in Hollywood, I feel like, well, not even in Hollywood, average people like us, I feel like, especially if you're not stable, the relationship can be going horrible. And you're going to want to stay just because the guy is providing for you, he's doing everything for you, whether he's well known or not well known, the fact that he has money, and you're kind of just, I don't know if you're working or just hanging out or whatever, you're going to want to stay and work things out, whether it's him cheating or whatever it is, just because, he's, like financially,
he's a high value man. He's a high value man. Just say that.
Yeah.
They talk.
And even if he doesn't have money, maybe he's just very well known. You're gonna want to stay.
In your opinion, since you've seen Flex grow, followers grow, he's networking more. Have you seen his confidence grow also too?
Very much. And sometimes I have like talks with him just to kind of
simmer him down.
He doesn't get cocky, but to just like remind him, like how proud I am of where I've seen him come from, to where he is now. And I feel like sometimes they need that reminder.
Yeah, we need a queen to always put it in our ear.
And I feel like if I ever saw him going, like the cocky route, like I would have to tell him about himself real quick. Like time out,
slow
let's
down,
bring
slow
it
your
back down. But yeah, I feel like, once you go out in public and people are asking for pictures and, oh, can you follow me back? And, like sometimes they be pushing me to the side, to get a picture. And sometimes the guys do the same to me they do the same thing to him for me, so we just kind of have to be grounded in our relationship, to know that as long as like we're strong and our foundation is strong, whoever, like the outside world or the social media world, can't come and like mess that up. Fake pages or whatever it is, so we support each other, like as we continue to grow. So I think that's important.
I agree. That's crazy. So is it the same for women? Like as your followers grow, your network grows, do your confidence grow as much too, or?
No, I mean, I don't. That's a good question.
Maybe I should ask Flex because you don't got the right answer for it.
I feel like it does grow my confidence in a good way, only because I used to be very insecure, especially dealing with like sexual abuse. So I used to like be afraid to dress a certain way, and not even because of the followers. I feel like because of the comments that I received, not from the guys but from the women. It helps me, like be more confident, like with my body, what I wear, so it definitely has grown my confidence, and whatever it is that I want to do, I don't have to be worried or afraid, like, oh, this person's doing this, maybe I shouldn't do it, like I don't care if we're doing the same thing, mine's going to be different, it's going to taste different, so I'm confident with everything that I do now on social media compared to before.
That's interesting. That's interesting that you said that, like, you react more to, like, the women saying, like, you know, how you look and everything like that. Because, and I'm not trying to compare you to, like, the IG, the models, or where, you know.
I'm not an IG model.
No, I'm just saying, you know, because what I notice, I like looking at comments, and what I notice is that they'll comment on another woman, you know, complimenting them, but they won't, if a guy says the same thing, and the comment is right next to it. I'm like, I know they saw it, but they don't, you know what I'm saying? So I think that ties into what you're saying. Yeah. So I think it ties into what you're saying, you know, about, you know, the abuse and so, and things like that, like something that, you know, they don't feel comfortable with the guys, like commenting that, and they'll rather have it from the females because they know it's, you know, it's different. All right. Yeah. I just noticed something, you know?
I used to like completely ignore the guys, but now I'll like, depends on what you say. I'll like the comment. I won't respond, but I'll
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's respect to your you know, to your man too. So also that's respect to him too. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. My next question is, how are you allergic to seafood, but then when you put hot sauce on it, you don't get allergic reaction?
I don't know.
How is that possible? You're allergic to a food, but once you put hot sauce on it, you don't get the reaction.
I'm allergic to shrimp. I can't eat no other shrimp. I can eat all the other shellfish,
Put
not shrimp.
Put hot sauce on it.
I ain't trying that. You can have that.
It's like really, really spicy, and I don't know why. Maybe it does something to it, but if it's like really, really spicy, I'll eat it.
Wow.
But if it's just like regular cooked shrimp, or unless I make it, but if it's like regularly, I go to like the restaurant and just eat the shrimp, I will like die. Gotcha. I don't know why.
Yeah, man, that hot sauce is burning the enzymes in there, man. Breaking something down in there or something, because
I thought about that. It didn't do anything.
Yeah, for real.
When you put hot sauce, do you pour like the whole thing, a bottle on it? Like how you pour hot sauce on the seafood?
Like the other day I went to Juicy Crab, and I bought, you know, like seafood oil, and there's like we have a bottle of hot sauce. It's like this height, and it's pretty spicy. It's Mexican, and I almost finished the whole bottle.
Wow.
I don't know how y'all eat like that, bro. Like that shit would burn my mouth.
I love spicy food.
The first time I bit my lip, and I guess, I don't know, the juice of the seafood got into the cut, and like you seen Hitch.
Yeah.
My lip, oh my gosh, it was huge. I was like, what?
She was looking like Martin in that episode he was boxing.
Yeah, Martin.
Lumps and shit.
Happened the other night. I bit the inside of my cheek, and I could feel the inside of my cheek start swelling, going to my throat. I had to pop 2 Benadryls, but it was the seafood. Wow. It got into like the cut.
That's crazy. Wow. Man.
It's crazy how our body works, though.
Yeah,
bro.
it's crazy.
It's like you're tricking your body with the hot sauce.
Yeah, I can't. I always say the shrimp, you know, they're related to roaches. They're roaches of the sea. I'm not eating a roach. We can have that.
You ain't lying though. They are related to roaches.
Yeah, it's crazy because I used to be able to eat shrimp, but one day I tried to eat it. That was it. Couldn't.
That's weird. Try hot sauce.
I'm scared to do that now. I'm scared to do that, man. You know, it's crazy.
Clark's like, I ain't risking that shit. I ain't trying to look like that.
Yeah,
with the lumps.
Yeah, lumps.
I tried. That's how I knew I was able to do it with hot sauce. Yeah. I said, you know what? Let me just try.
Yeah, looking like the Buddy Love Nutty Professor when he was transforming back. He had to try to cover his lips and stuff, man. Listen, I'm good.
Yeah, I looked like really, really, really big. I couldn't even talk.
That's crazy. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy for real.
Dang.
I still eat it though.
Nah.
You didn't learn your lesson. That's why. One day that hot sauce, if you never found out about hot sauce, do you think you stop eating it, or would you just be taking allergic reactions like that?
I try sometimes without hot sauce, and I get the reaction.
How long does it take for you to get back to normal after the reaction?
About like an hour after I take Benadryl.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So you gotta have Benadryl on deck then.
I do.
That's good.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
She probably got that bit in her purse too when she got out and about.
That's good.
I actually thought about getting an EpiPen just from the other night, because when I felt like my throat was feeling a little funny, I was like, what if my throat closes? What am I gonna do?
Oh man, yeah, that's what happens with me. Same thing with the
Shrimp?
I think it's iodine poisoning. That's why. Because when I looked at because I can eat all the other shellfish, I just can't eat shrimp. And when I looked into it, they said it was iodine poisoning. So
Just the other day, they said they had a recall on frozen shrimp.
I was about to say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the other day. So anybody getting frozen shrimp, stay away from
I
that.
haven't touched it in years. I haven't touched shrimp in years.
I'm not a seafood person anyway, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I eat is probably a salmon or something. That's it.
Yeah, salmon. That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that was my last question. Thank you for coming on. Not sure if you had any other questions, but okay. Yeah, thank you for waiting and thank you for coming on.
For the culture.